Let's see
Oops.
here. Yep,
How are you
there we go.
doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing okay.
So
How
tell
are
me
you
what's
doing,
been
man?
going on. I'm really good.
Good.
Really, really
Good.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say for this session, let's keep it recorded and then see if you're cool with it. I was gonna say like let's do a normal session recorded and then I wanted to have you maybe point me more to clarity as
Sure.
opposed as opposed to talk about anything. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, for sure. For
is that
sure.
cool?
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. So tell me what's been going on. What's been happening first?
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We'll see. Uh, I guess don't post this unless we both agree. Is that cool?
No worries. I don't post anything unless there's an agreement.
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't do
aw-
that. Yeah.
awesome, dude. Um,
Or I can actually pause this and then record again so you can review it later. I
that would
can
be
do
good.
that. Yeah. So, you know what? It's really, really simple. It's we forgot about this directness and everything. It's just but it's also a part of it, right? So what are you without your stories really at this present moment? What are you without the narrator? Or to go really direct, what are you without language? What are you without the next? What are you without the past? So in this very moment, in this directness, what's exposed is what you really are, but you can't think of it because thinking just gets you the opposite direction, right? So what's in between thinking and not thinking? There's just joy, isn't it? Right? There's just peace. It takes an instance, right? It takes an instance just to get into this spaciousness. And then if you go a bit further, what are you without a you? What are you without an I thought? Because everything is just a narrative, right? So everything is just a thought, a belief. If you start seeing the thought will only create more thoughts. So what's between a thought and a thought? Then a bunch of thought just becomes a belief. So it's between a belief and a belief. What if you unpeel all of the words? What's left? What if you unlabel everything? What are you seeing without words? What are you seeing if you cannot use words? How are you feeling?
Yeah, yeah. It's so I went into a lot of laughter, and then now it's more just kind of quiet, and everything
Yeah.
just um became spacious and empty. But
Yeah. Isn't it
it,
nice?
yeah, it's nice, man. It's really nice.
And
Oh,
that's basically what it is, right? Because when there's no more, no more acceptance and rejection, what's in between acceptance and rejection?
mm. Yeah, everything just opens. I guess I would say like it just
Yeah,
the tension, the contraction disappears,
that's
and
what
this
it
just
is.
yeah, this is just very immediate. There's just a peace here, like not like nothing exotic. It's just silent,
Yeah.
quiet.
It's
Yeah.
almost like we get intoxicated with the ideas of this or that, the ideas of polarities, this and that. But if you go into the directness, if you go into the immediacy of it, there's really no in between because there's never been an opposite.
Mm.
We get deluded by words and beliefs and concepts and ideas, right? But when you go into deep sleep, there's a clarity. So this is basically, when this is basically between awake and asleep. There's still going to be some talking, there's going to be some thinking, but there's an awake behind it, an awakeness.
Mm.
So there's almost like it's an immediacy. And then you start seeing the peace, the love, the compassion just unfold and unfold and unfold. Not
Yeah.
in the next, but in this moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as long as there is kind of like a tendency to believe this or not believe it, or to believe another, that kind of thing, what's in between beliefs? Go in between, right? Because you're going to get pulled left and right if you basically have the tendency to create a landing.
Mm.
And that's why when I say I see innocence, you know what I'm saying? Because if I make a person wrong or right, then that's just a landing.
Mm.
Yeah. And there's this expansiveness, there's this clarity that really, you know what? It's beyond language. Kind of like someone said that silence is the language of God. It doesn't
Mm.
condemn, it doesn't deny, it's unconditional. And it's direct. It's like a sobriety, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, you can go deeper. What if you take away all the language? What's left? Because if you look at it, words are all made up. And language is made up, of course. Without
Yeah. It's
language,
just,
is there? What's that? Sorry.
I was gonna say it's just like this intimacy with like everything. It's just really immediate is the word that
Yeah.
comes to me. Um, there's no need there's no need for thoughts um or language actually right now to like experience what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
It's just it's weird to say it's just happening, but it's like everything's just happening right now, and I'm
Yeah.
watching you. It's like a movie's playing, and it's in this moment. It feels like I am the movie. Like it feels like uh, if I let go of like the thought of me, it's like I am playing. I don't know how to say that. It's a
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
experience.
It's whole. You're not apart from it anymore. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain in language because language will just create an opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if you take away the language, then we can't even, but there's what's evident in that there's peacefulness here.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a relaxation. There's no one above, there's no one below. When people usually have this direct, experience or connection and everything, it's easy to put a person on a pedestal. Don't put me on that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's you can say that this is what you are, not what you think you are. So everything that you think about you is just a fabrication. And if you notice, you're almost hearing your own voice.
That's what it feels like. It
Yeah,
feels like it feels like this is me playing. Like this everything, the you on the screen, your voice, the phone, the background,
that's right.
everything here just feels like me.
Yeah.
Um yeah, knowing itself, like me knowing myself, but not from like that's weird. Yeah,
Not from
not
a
knowing,
knowledge.
yeah, not from a knowledge or yeah, not anything from the past, nothing I learned.
Yeah.
Uh
It's like a realization. that there's nothing to realize, basically, because it's all here.
Mm-hmm.
There's no next. Can you find the next?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whereabouts are you now? Are you in Turkey?
I'm in
You went to
Turkey, yeah.
Turkey, right? You're in Turkey. Oh, nice.
I was in Istanbul for a few days, and now I'm in a town called Antalya. It's like in the southern part of Turkey.
Oh,
Um,
good.
yeah, it's cool. It's a beach town, so it's a little warmer, even though it's winter here. It's still like 65 degrees, so it's decently nice. Um,
When are you going back to? Are you planning to go back to the States or?
I was gonna go back on January 19th is my plan as of now.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
so yeah, dude, maybe if I come back, I'll come see you in Toronto
Yeah, yeah,
for.
for sure, for sure,
But yeah,
for
I'll
sure.
see. We'll see how things
When
play.
where in the States are you? I think you. I don't have a memory, so um, whereabouts in the States are you from, or where were you going to be on January 19th?
I think I might go see my dad. My dad lives in Tucson, Arizona, so I might go see him. And
Oh,
then
cool.
I was living in Austin, Texas, so I might go back to Austin after that. I'm not exactly sure. So
That's
uh,
cool. That's
yeah.
cool. So this directness can have. This is what's really permanent. When we start thinking, then we think that we lost it or we got it. The thinking will always go into I got it, I lost it, this or that. It always positions an opposite. But when you're not identified with that anymore, then there's this clarity that is always here. This is where I'm always at. You know what I'm saying? And I know you
Mm,
see that. You know what I'm saying? It's just there's this clarity here. It's
mhm,
almost like um it's a quietness, it's a contentment, it's a peace that passes all understanding, basically. And then there's a seeing, you know what I'm saying? That although everything is a fabrication, something here cannot be made up.
mm.
And people call it God, consciousness, awareness, or whatever. But let's even let go of all that word, basically. So it's a direct experience, basically, for
Yeah,
lack of a better term.
there's no knowledge needed
Mhm.
to know this.
Yeah,
It's just known without any knowledge.
yeah,
Um, mm.
yeah. It's as simple as breathing, basically. You don't even need to pay attention to it. It's always here. It's all happening automatically. This clarity, this languageless, whatever this is. And then all of the narratives, all of the duality, all of the, this and that just simply diminish, right?
Yeah, from here, it's interesting, Emerson. There's like nothing that I could even imagine that I'd need to like do for myself. Like I need to do some type of shadow work, or I need to
Yeah,
do like nothing here that there's no like there's nothing incomplete. It's just
that's
like
right.
it's like a complete 3D movie in some sense, that has no lack or no. There's nothing that like if you told me you need to do all these things in this moment, I wouldn't even understand what you were saying.
Exactly. For me, for example, right, I did so much work. Like I was a spiritual teacher. I did shadow work. I taught trauma work and shadow work for like 10 years and everything. But when this unfolded, when this was, and I was like, oh my goodness, what the hell? It's just pure innocence. It's pure clarity. Nothing else makes sense. So I've been living in this simplicity for the past 8 years. And it's like, oh my goodness, I have to share this. And it's so easy because I get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? There's no me in the way. I don't have any agenda. I don't have any desires to, saying it's just this basically. I see the perfection in whatever, you know what I'm saying? The innocence. See how fast it went? We were going into stories and then boom.
Amazing. It's amazing, man. It's amazing you can go from yeah, story and something that's kind of dramatic to just something so direct
Yeah,
and peaceful. Like it is pretty incredible actually. I'm
it
not
is.
sure
Yeah.
exactly how I'm in this place, or my a thought just came in like, how did I get here? Or like, how is this happening? But yeah, in this moment, there's like I don't even understand. There's
Yeah.
because there's nothing mental going on. It's just
Yeah.
knowing of this, or
It's like being high and sober at the same time, isn't it?
it's a
Yeah.
good way of saying it. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a clarity. There's almost kind of like, a directness, a focus, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not fabricated, it's not thought about.
Hmm.
It's something that is so simple, so direct, right?
It's
This
always here.
is it's always here, yeah. It's always clear. And we can even go back into stories and it will still be here. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, in the story, it's all innocent as well. You're getting pulled left and right. And you know what I'm saying? Um, so go in between there. Go in between of the push and pull. Like you were saying, like you were like in a tornado. Go in
Mm-hmm.
the eye of the storm, right? And then when you get to the eye of the storm, there's no storm because there's no more engagement of this or that, basically. So you grew up in Texas?
I grew up in Michigan actually.
Oh,
Uh,
Michigan. Oh, that's what's close to me.
Somewhat close to you. Yeah, I lived in like Metro Detroit,
Oh,
30
wow.
30 minutes outside of Detroit. And so I would come up to your area. I had a girlfriend that lived in Toronto, so I'd come up there occasionally and visit her. Um, but yeah, I'm relatively close to you. I would go to Windsor. I don't know. Do you know Windsor, Canada?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember I used to go to casino there and you know what I'm saying? The casino in Windsor. And
Yep.
then everybody would go to Detroit after.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That
Hmm.
was the place because the drinking age in Windsor in Canada is 18.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
right? We were as
No, it's
Americans, we were
19, 19,
19. Okay, we would go there
19. Yeah.
when we were 19. It's 21 in the US, so we'd go there when we were 19 and go to like
No, we know that too. Yeah. Because all of a
yeah.
sudden we have like a bunch of 19-year-old Americans, I'm like, okay. Yeah.
It's
So yeah,
fun.
this is very ordinary, you know what I'm saying? But there's also something that is very extraordinary because there's clarity. It's the authenticity. What will happen is just there's more authenticity that will just keep on flowing in everything. And then it's again, saying it's in between thoughts. What's in between thoughts? It's like reading between the lines. It's beyond belief. But Carl, I have another session.
Yeah,
We can just keep
yeah.
on. But
Thank you, man.
message me, Carl, and you know what? I would love to continue this directness. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, dude. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Love
yeah.
you, brother.
I love you, dude.
Take care.